get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word, man? What's going on, man? How everybody doing? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back for the weekend banger. Let's go, man. It's weekend banger time. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I got one for y'all. But y'all gotta make sure y'all stay y'all ass out the way this weekend, man. Heard it ain't gonna be no rain. Where I'm from in VA, I don't know about everybody else, man, but y'all be safe this weekend, man. The summer about to end soon. Let's end it on a good note, man. Let's go into the fall, man, with the same energy we had with the summertime. And that's staying our ass out the way, man. That's the energy that we carry into the fall, man. We're not going to jail, man. We don't want to be there. It's a stinky place. You got to share rooms with people you don't want to be in there with. Trust me, you don't want to go there, man. So for that point alone, just stay y'all ass out the way, man. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is. Let's go. Y'all gonna turn me up this weekend. We're getting close to the 10K. Let's get it. We gotta keep going, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Keep sending it to people who ain't seen it yet. That's who you send it to. Be like, damn, I forgot about my cousin out of town. Let me send Staying Out the Way Trey over there. Let's keep it going. Let's keep sharing. We have to keep doing it. That's what we must do, people. We must keep sharing. We must keep liking. And we must keep subscribing. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep the momentum while we got it, man. We're gonna keep rolling, man. That's it, man. Y'all already know the count, man. But with that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Man. And it's time for business. And the story I got for y'all today is called Predators Running the Triangle Offense. Yeah. Crazy, man. One of the craziest things I witnessed, man. I know y'all, like, half of y'all is like, what the hell is the triangle offense? All my guys that's my age bracket slightly, y'all know what the triangle offense was. Is when Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they had it first. Then it went to the Lakers. Phil Jackson created it, man. The triangle offense, man. Remember when Phil used to do that? That's what the Predators was doing, man. And I witnessed it, man. It was nuts, man. But I'm going to take y'all, man. When I first got to Sussex, man, 2003. I got there 2002, but 2003 is when they moved us to population. Not population, but they put us in a building where we were able to move around finally, man. And we was locked down forever. And it was crazy, man. And just through my time behind that door the whole time when we was locked down for all those months, I just was seeing them bringing new maniacs in our pod because my bus damn near filled up the top tier almost. Almost, not the whole top tier, almost the top tier. And then they just started bringing in new dudes from all over the place that started coming in. After a while, they finally moved us to where we was gonna be, and they put us in 2C Park. And this is in 2003, man. This is when I first got up there, man. I'm green, I'm young. I'm still a little scared. I'm in prison, y'all gotta understand. I'm in prison with a fresh 18 years. You know what I mean? I wasn't at receiving long or nothing. They sent my ass to Sussex immediately, man. And I was stuck in real prison at the age of 19 going on 20, y'all. It was a scary situation, man. But you know what? When you put in that situation, man, when you know you messed up on the street, and the reason for you being in this crazy world right here that you in now is all your fault, man. So I had to get it together, y'all. And I had to realize I just got to make it through here, man. I used to pray, God, get me through this situation, man. Please. I'll never come back to prison. Just get me through the best way you can. And that's all I was thinking, man. So when they finally moved us into 2C pod, man, like we was able to come out and see everybody that was actually in the pod. Now, I'm actually in the pod with a dude from Norfolk, man. And for a lot of reasons, man, y'all already know it's safety first when it comes to staying out the way Trey. So those reasons right there, man, I'm not going to say his name, man. I'm just going to say he's my homeboy, man. But he was from Norfolk. And he was somebody that I went to school with. He was somebody that I knew. And he was my age. He was probably like a year older than me. So if I was about to be 20, he was about to be 21 or something like that. But we both were young dudes. But he was from the town. So while we in there, man, boom, we just started seeing our first time the doors opening, boom, started seeing everybody. We finally get to mingle, you know what I mean? It was a crazy situation. Dudes finally get to go outside and play basketball, and just a lot of stuff was just going on. It just felt like we was free. They finally freed our ass. I'm telling you, they had us on lockdown all the way up until they transferred all the DC Lorton inmates. That's when we was finally able to get moved to a building and finally get in par rec when everybody was moved to the feds that were the Lorton inmates. That's when they finally gave us freedom, man. So we was free. Everybody felt like they was free, man. But while I was in the jail, y'all, rewind the tape slightly, man. When I was in the jail, I heard all the stories about the booty bandits. Now, I call booty bandits predators. You know what I mean? Why? Because they like the movie. I seen they move just like the movie. They got tactics just like the predator in the movie, man. Like, and it's scary. And that's how I analyze them to be a predator. I picture a predator head on their ass because that's who they are, man. So they were predators in the jail. You know what I mean? But the jail is a different environment because you're in smaller areas with people in them, you know what I mean? But they were dudes told me that that's what they did when they was in prison. Like, they'd already done a bid, they knew this person, and I already was aware of damn predators, man. So when I see one, my predator radar detector used to come up, and I used to be like that off the top at a young age. Like, I'm telling y'all, I knew a predator when I see one. So, like I was telling y'all, man, I was in the pod with my homeboy, man, from Norfolk, and he was all right dude, man. He just liked to play basketball. He ended up having the same charge like I had. We both had robbery charges, messed our lives up, and we were in prison, man. I think he had less time than me, though. I had 18. I think he had like 11 or 10, maybe 12 or something like that. But they sent his ass to Sussex too, right along with me. So me and him kind of gained a little tight bond slightly, you know what I mean? But while we was in there, his roommate just so happened to be the luck of the draw. While he was in the cell with somebody already, his roommate ended up going to the hole. Boom, he get another roommate before we moved over to the 2 building. He got another roommate. That roommate didn't last long. That roommate ended up leaving. And when a matter of fact, his roommate ended up getting a job in the kitchen as soon as the Lorton inmates left. That's what happened. His roommate went to the kitchen and started working in the kitchen. They had the kitchen workers, I want to say, in 1 building at that particular time. So his roommate left to go to 1 building right when we was about to move over there. So when we moved over there, he moved into an empty cell. And then I'll say our second, third day of freedom, y'all, out of nowhere, so like 3 more dudes moved in our pod. And one of the dudes just so happened to be his uncle. It was crazy luck. Sometimes it happens like this in prison. And not only was it super crazy luck, it was lottery type of luck because his uncle was actually moving into my homeboy's cell, man. How crazy is that? That's nuts, man. So like, he was ecstatic because he hasn't seen his uncle in years. His uncle has been locked up since he was a young boy, man. His uncle already been down massive years. His uncle was like in his middle 40s or something like that, man. We were in our early 20s. You know what I mean? So his uncle was way older than us, but he was already down forever. He haven't seen him since he was young. So he knew his uncle was always bitten. He didn't even know he was on Sussex because the whole time we was there, they had our ass locked down. So boom, he come in the pod. I see an old black dude. I ain't gonna call, he was old to us, but he wasn't old, but he came in and he was about my height, probably a little bit taller, man. And you could tell he work out slightly. He wasn't diesel as hell, you know what I mean? But you could tell he just been down working out. And he come in the pod and you just hear dudes that know him calling his name, Hollywood. The predator I'm talking about right here, man. And I'm gonna call him a predator, man. That's who he was, man. It was nuts when I first witnessed this shit, man. But yes, he is a predator, but his name was Hollywood. So everybody, Hollywood. Everybody could like, yo, every call he coming to jump. His nephew come out the cell. He's like, he was like, he called his nephew name. He went over there, man, they embraced hard as hell, man. Oh, he ain't seen him in years. Man, he hasn't seen his uncle in years. This is his mom's brother right here, man. He hasn't seen the man in years, man. Boom, the man come in. Boom, he like, yo, we in the cell together. Boom, he get in the cell. He told his uncle, you can get the bottom bunk, He gave him the bottom bunk, you know what I mean? Everything was good. Everything was good in that junk, man. So boom. As time has went on slightly, not a lot of time, but when he's in there, he knows 2 other dudes that moved in there. And these 2 other dudes, I'm not going to mention their names either, but just put it this way. They were the other predators, a part of the triangle offense. But he knew a lot of dudes in the pod. The dude Hollywood knew a lot of dudes in the pod. He was from Norfolk. He was an older dude. And from what I witnessed off top with the man, it kind of threw me off because off the rip, when we go outside, he's super friendly with the homosexuals. Now, I'm not saying you can't be super friendly, but he was like, you know what I mean? He was just like, hey, how you doing? He called him, yeah, what's up? Yeah, I just got up here, yeah. What's up, man? Send me something. What's up? You don't miss me no more. You don't miss me no more. Like, he was an arrogant, cocky predator. Like, his whole style of how he moved and act, he was just arrogant as shit. And he used to throw me off. So me and him never really clicked, even though he was my homeboy's uncle. So I'm like, man, I just, I'm going to keep my eye on dude, man. So boom, out of nowhere, my homeboy, we go outside, boom, me and him walking laps. We walking laps one day. He like, man, Unc crazy as hell, man. I'm like, what? He was like, man, Unc mess with them boys, man. I was like, for real? I kind of knew slightly, but he was like, yeah, man, Unc mess with them boys, man. He was like, man, Unc ass crazy, man. He was like, bro, what can I do, bro? He been down damn near 20 years, you know what I mean? He was like, what do you want me to say to him? He my uncle, you know what I mean? I'm like, you right? That's your uncle, you know what I mean? Like, what could I say? I'm young in penitentiary, you know what I mean? I'm not Uncle Phil. I don't know all the information. I didn't know what to tell him at the time, y'all, to be honest. I ain't want to be like, hey, look, man, your uncle a goddamn predator, man, so you might want to get your ass out of cell. The older, mature me probably would have told him that, but I still was thinking like his uncle would never harm him no matter what, you know what I mean? This is his nephew right here. So boom, his Uncle Hollywood and my homeboy, they used to always go outside and play basketball. Y'all, I'm talking about like, that's all they wanted to do is just ball. You know what I mean? Like, if he wasn't balling, he was running around being arrogant, trying to chase a boy. You know what I mean? A boy is a homosexual in Virginia. That's in Virginia prison. That's what they call it. But that's what he used to do. And that was his character, man. He used to have his homeboys with him. They used to always, they kind of did whatever he said for real. Like, they always was with him. They used to ball with him. If he's telling them to do this, they gonna do that. He might be in the cell. He'll tell him run an errand and bring it back to his dude. Them dudes, his two homeboys would do any damn thing he says, man. You know what I mean? And his two homeboys also was dudes that actually mess with homosexuals as well. So look, as they just going out balling, man, like the basketball scene was like, it wasn't exclusive yet on Sussex when we first got to have rec, because at first we didn't have, they had a full court basketball court outside, but they chopped it in half with a gate, y'all. And it made you play half court. At the most, you can do 4-on-4, man. And that looks stupid as hell. So dudes used to run hoop it up version, the 3-on-3 game. You know what I mean? So it'll be a bunch of 3-on-3 games going on, and dudes will be balling, man. And me, I told myself off the rip, I'm not getting into the basketball thing in prison. I already knew I balled in the jail. I like balling on the street. You know what I mean? I was still young. You know what I mean? But I told myself, the basketball court is not where I want to be. I seen how it was, slightly a lot of fouls, a lot of arguing, a lot of BS that I didn't want to be a part of, y'all. So I told myself the basketball court was off limits for me. I couldn't have all those vices. The basketball court damn sure wasn't going to be one of them. So look, as the time is going on, the dude Hollywood, man, I have heard from people now that on the other camp where he was at, he was on his predator activities. You know what I mean? They said he loves white boys. That's his whole thing. He likes white boys, but he'll prefer any boy, but he likes white boys. This whole time that he was at a particular prison, they say he was actually in the cell, in and out with boys. He kept a different boy in his cell, and that's how he moved, man. You know what I mean? He wasn't one of those predators that was full up with commissary and, you know what I mean, that can lure you in with the goods, you know what I mean? Like, that right there wasn't his MO, but I still haven't seen his MO. He was just somebody in the pod that I was witnessing that was kind of like scaring me a little bit, because I'm like, you know what I mean? He, like, out of everybody, I know dudes mess with homosexuals in prison. I was already aware of that, ready for that and all those things. But just to see somebody that was that close, he was my homeboy uncle. So sometimes it'll be a situation where we'll be around and we might have to talk. And I didn't want to let off like, man, F you, man. I ain't coming around you, man, like da. I'm trying to look at stuff, y'all, like it's prison. And I have to get my mind tied around, like, this is what happens. You might bump into a family member that's gay as hell, and you have to deal with it. That's just what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's life. I started looking at it like it was life. So I try to, like, not deal with him, but, like, still be able to be cordial with him. You know what I mean? So I didn't want my homeboy to feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because me and my homeboy hanging every day. You know what I mean? Man, next thing you know, this little young black dude moved in the pod, man. And his name was Tony. And to be honest with y'all, I don't even know where the hell Tony was from, y'all. Tony, like, he couldn't have been from Tidewater or nowhere like that, or Richmond. And the only reason, I'm not saying that like there's something wrong with the other county towns in Virginia. I'm saying that I knew he wasn't from these places because he didn't hang around nobody that was a goon from his city or new dudes from a city. He didn't have that. When he came in the pod, he went straight and started hanging with white boys that played pinochle all damn day. It used to be like 4 white boys. They'll be back and forth playing pinochle. Oh, that's all they used to do. I never learned that game. I never wanted to play that game. But he used to play pinochle all day. He came in the pod. It's a few young dudes in the pod. I'm one of them. And when he came in the pod off the rip, I can tell he's young too. He could have been older than me, but he looked young. He looked like a young dude. You know what I mean? I want to probably say he was from Northern Virginia, man. Matter of fact, man, I could be wrong, but I didn't really know where the hell Tony was from, man. But when he moved in the pod, I never had a conversation with him. He never really talked to no damn body like that, period. The only person he really used to talk to was the white boys that he used to play pinochle with. It's crazy, man. So look, boom. His other vice was, besides playing pinochle, was going outside playing basketball. The team, they was ready to sign up for a team. The gym was getting situated. We just getting there, everything getting straight with that. He want to be a part of all that. You could tell the young boy liked basketball. He didn't even really have no property yet, no sweatpants, no, you know what I mean? Like no sneakers. He borrowing one of the white dude's shoes to play basketball every day. And that's how it was when we first got there, y'all. Because when we first got there, when they had us locked down for all those months, when the DC law inmates were still there, we couldn't order no damn property yet. We couldn't get no property. Not no liquor property. They didn't let us order nothing. And when all the dudes that I came with, we came from receiving, and you couldn't order property there. So dudes didn't really have a lot of balling outside rec material outfits type stuff. So he used to borrow the white dude's shoes and play basketball. So that's what I used to notice, like, damn, he borrowing a white dude New Balances to play basketball. He used to go out there and ball, and he used to love the ball. But while he's out there balling, y'all, he's out there balling with the Predator and his friends. Now, like I told y'all, they used to run 3-on-3s. And sometimes when you go outside rec, it'll be a day like the morning time. I used to try to go out every rec when that first happened. I'm going out morning and 2 o'clock. They didn't have night rec yet at the time. It was just 2 recs a day. So I'm trying to go to both of them joints. I got to get some air. I can't be in the building all day. I'm going outside. So sometimes when you go outside and we have a half-court basketball court, a lot of dudes wouldn't be playing basketball. A lot of dudes just to be out there just hanging around, talking to the next part on the other side of the basketball court, or talking to dudes on the ball field. You know what I mean? It'll be a situation like that. And there'll always be a few dudes probably balling a dude. You might have a dude playing one-on-one. The Predator, Hollywood, that's all he wanted to do. So now that Tony's there, Tony Jive has a good game. Tony can ball. I ain't gonna lie, he had a good game. He probably was like 6 feet even. He can dribble. You know what I mean? He had a good jump shot. He had all that, man. And when I look up from talking to my homeboy at the fence, I turn around, y'all, and I see Tony playing one-on-one with the Predator. So only reason I watched, you know what I mean, is because I know Tony can ball. And it was looking like slight a good game. But as I'm noticing the jump, the dude Tony, you know what I mean? He putting the moves on him, boom, boom, boom. Then he went in the post, and when I looked, I seen him. I seen the dude Hollywood, man, my homeboy uncle, man, I seen him. He was like this, he was like, then he grabbed his hips and he was like hand checking him. He was like, and I was like, man, I'm saying in my head, man, he is a bitch. I'm like, man, I wanted to tell Tony bad. Bro, stop posting him up. Don't post him up, bro. Do any move. Don't do the Kobe and Jordan move. No, don't do that. Do not do that move, man. So boom, they played one-on-one. And Hollywood, you know, he an old head, so he trying to prove something. You know what I mean? He touching, he hand checking, he playing hard defense on him, and it's just getting physical. But it was a friendly physical. It wasn't like he was out there trying to beat the young boy up. He wasn't doing that, man. So boom, they played ball. We went back in. Everything was straight, man. Everything was straight. We come back out. We in the pod. My homeboy pull up on me. My homeboy like, man, crazy as hell, man. He was like, man, I might gotta get ready to get out. He was like, man, I might gotta get ready to get out the cell with Unc ass. I was like, what happened? He was like, bro, man, I wake up, man. Unc was in that junk, man, gunning Three's a Company last night. I was like, Three's a Company? I was like, What you talking about? The old ass TV show Three's a Company. Come and knock at my door. I was like, no, you're lying. You're lying, bro. He was like, man, I get up to take a piss, bro. I jump off the bed. He said, man, he got the jump kind of low. He said, but he got the curtain pulled over his bed, man. He said, man, I hear the show. And he said, man, the man was jacking off. I was like, damn, bro. He was like, man, Unc crazy as hell, man. I was like, man, Unc freaky as a bitch. Man, that man was in that jump. We call gunning in prison jacking off. That's what I meant to say, but we call it gunning. He said Unc was in that jump gunning Three's a Company. Come and knock at my door. Y'all remember that shit? Man, that's crazy, man. What is up there sexy? There's a lot of guys up there too. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Hollywood ass was a freaky old, crazy old dude, man. Like I say, little sports conversation, a little bit of here and there. If he catch me around his nephew, other than that, I didn't want to have no conversation or no dealings with this predator. Y'all hear me? This man was a psycho, especially after he told me he was in there jacking off the Three's a Company. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, this shit is nuts, y'all. What the hell, man? This shit is crazy. So look, we come out some more. They doing the same activities. Everybody balling. Tony's playing pinochle. Tony's balling. You know what I mean? Then my homeboy pull up on me and was like, look, bro. He was like, don't say shit, man. I was like, what? Don't say nothing about what? He was like, I was like, something with me? He was like, nah, hell no, nothing with you, bro. He was like, look. He's like, man, why my aunt told me, man, they about to run a move, they about to bust a move. And that's what a lot of old dudes used to call when they running a play. We call it running a play, not on no homosexual activities, but the old heads know how they got their own lingo when it comes to fruity shit in prison. And one of them is busting a move on somebody. And that's usually a predator move, actually. That's basically what it is, the definition of busting a move, being a damn predator. So he said his uncle said he was about to bust a move. I was like, bust a move? What the hell is that? That shit sound like a breakdancing movie. What the hell are you talking about? He was like, nah, bro, listen. He said, man, the dude Tony? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, look. He was like, man, he said he think Tony wanted, bro. I was like, what? He was like, man, he said he think Tony wanted. I was like, man, hold on, bro. What the hell are you talking about, bro? What do you mean he think he wants? Wants what? He was like, man, what you think, man? I told you, get down, man. I was like, so what he about to violate, bro? He was like, nah, he ain't. Man, why you think I'm telling you he about to bust a move, man? He said, man, Unc ran down the whole move to me in the cell last night. And I told Unc that shit is not gonna work. I guarantee you it's not gonna work. I was like, what is he gonna do, bro? He was like, man, look, bro. He said, man, his homeboys, man, the other predators, he said his homeboys, man, they about to trick him, bro. I was like, man, how they gonna do this, man? I'm young coming in penitentiary. I'm green as hell. I don't know the lingo, the fruity stuff or predator stuff. I don't know the definition to this, y'all. I don't know what the hell is he talking about, except that I feel like somebody is gonna get violated in this whole situation. And it's gonna be Tony ass. So I'm looking at, now I'm sizing Tony up because I'm trying to see like, Tony just ain't gonna go for nothing. Being a young boy and everything, he just ain't gonna be a dude that just let dudes just trick him and harm him, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out like, what the hell is this bust a move thing gonna be, man? You know what I mean? So look, the predator dude, Hollywood, you know what I mean? They go outside and they got a basketball game going on. This is the next day. They got a basketball game going on. Now, Tony, the predator Hollywood, and another dude against Tony, two friends, and another dude. So boom, it's 3-on-3 outside, y'all. So we on the court, everybody standing around watching the 3-on-3. You know what I mean? Boom. Hollywood playing, I swear to God, he took this whole script right here out the White Man Can't Jump. I promise y'all, this was crazy right here. Look, they balling. Boom. Tony and Hollywood, they killing the other dudes. They killing them. So look, boom, the other dude that's playing against Tony, you know what I mean? Tony playing him aggressive. They getting a little aggressive because he trying to play super defense on Tony. And Tony ain't, you know what I mean? So he playing him tough. He trying to play Tony tough, and he right there, and he trying to block Tony's shot. Tony busting him up for real. Tony got down talking junk like, yeah, bro, I'm too much for you. I'm too much for you, man. I'm too much for you, man. Dude, like, what? He like, what? I'm too much for me. Boom, he pushed Tony in his back. Tony flew across the court a little bit. Tony come back. Tony square off with him. Demon dude square off. Boom, whatchamacallit got in the middle of it. whatchamacallit, Hollywood get in the middle of this shit. Oh, man, y'all chill out, man. He grabbed his homeboy. Man, chill out, man. What the hell is wrong with you? He came back. He was like, man, you good. You ain't got shit to worry about, man. You good. Boom, and he patted him on his ass. Pause. I was like, oh, my God. I'm witnessing this whole move, which he considers busting a move, but should I warn Tony? Or should I just witness this madness play out, y'all? I went with letting the madness play out. Why? Because I couldn't get in grown folks' business. This is not my business right here. You got to be strong in prison. That's why I tell y'all don't bring y'all ass to prison, because if you're not strong, dumb shit like this gonna happen to you, man. So I had to mind my damn business. I had to. So I'm sitting and watching it. Boom, he smacked Tony on his ass. But you know, they play basketball in it, but I don't think you're supposed to do that in prison. I really never seen that in the future. Nobody smacking on asses like they do in the NBA and college. I don't think you're supposed to do that, man. But the Predator smacked him on his ass. I was like, this is crazy right here. I let the game play out. Boom, they broke it up. Man, he was like, man, y'all just play ball, man. The lady that got the gun, she standing right there. She making sure ain't nothing going on. She leaning over. She making sure ain't nothing going on, man. He was like, man, look, y'all just ball, man. Y'all just play ball. They started back playing ball. Him and whatchamacallit, they going at it hard as hell. Him and the old head again. Man, old head was like, man, I'm done, man. The other dude, Hollywood homeboy, he was like, man, I'm done, man. Man, I'm done, man. He just left and stood right there on the side. Game was over with. So boom, we just waiting. Everybody waiting by the fence. Everybody's waiting for the gate to pop. Boom, the gate pop. We go back to the pod. We get in the pod. It's my word. Tony trying to go do his regular routine, try to run and hop in the shower. Man, his word, when he get in there, the old head dude is already in there. The dude, old head dude waiting on him. Old head dude waiting on him. He seen him. He was like, yo, let me holler at you right quick, Tony. You know what I mean? Tony was like, let me holler at you back here. So Tony was like, man, let me holler at you. Bring your ass back here. What you scared, nigga? What you scared? Bring your ass back here. Old head started looking evil as a bitch in the face. I was like, he was like, man, bring your ass back here. Tony was like, I don't know if he was trying to make a scene, but he wasn't going back there. He wasn't going back there, y'all. This is my word. He wasn't going back there. So look, the dude, Hollywood, he come out of nowhere. Hey, man, what I told your ass, man? Don't mess with him, man. I told you, man, he a cool youngin', man. He a cool young dude, man. Don't mess with him, man. Leave him alone, bro. Leave him alone. You don't want to mess with him, bro. He with me. So he's saying all this stuff. Tony's not saying a damn thing, because if I was Tony in that position and he would have came and said all that, I'm like, yo, listen, bro, I'm good. I got that. I'm not with you. Like, none of that. No, we're not going to start that, because I would have saw the Mickey in the deck. I would have saw the banana in the tailpipe. Pause, because that's what it's about to be. So look, I'm like, man, this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. So he get in between that shit. Hollywood get in between it. His nephew in the cut looking like he ready to go with his uncle no matter what. And I'm saying in my head, like, bro, you told me that they about to run a play, well, bust a move on this dude, and you about to hold Unc down over some wreck. So I don't know, like I say, that's why I ain't gonna call bro name, man, because it's safety first at the end of the day. And I felt like he kind of conspired in this whole triangle office. I ain't even gonna lie. So look, he's standing there like he holding Unc down, and Unc is right there like, Unc like, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm getting tired of that dude, man. I'm getting tired of that dude. He called Tony in his cell. Boom. They open all the doors to call Tony in there. Tony go to his cell. You know what I mean? You see Tony in there talking. Tony in there talking to him. Tony just leave out. Boom. It's lockdown time. Boom. We come back out the next day. Y'all. As soon as we go to breakfast, man, I'm talking to my homeboy, man. And he's telling me that what his Unc plans are in the future. And I'm like, bro, like, I seen that fake ass white man can't jump move out there, man. But what's really going on, bro? He said, man, this is my word. He said when he called Tony in the cell, he said he showed Tony the hammer. He said, Unc got about 3 knives, bro. He said, Unc got about 3 knives in there. He said, man, he showed Tony the knife. And he said when he showed Tony the knife, he was like, look, I'm gonna take care of that business for you, man. He ain't gonna mess with you no more, man. So homeboy like Tony like, nah, you don't gotta do that, man. Nah, don't hurt him, bro. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't gotta do that, man. He like, man, he gonna keep messing with you, man. He gonna keep messing with you. What you mean? What you mean I'm gonna handle that business for you, youngin? What you mean? Tony like, no, oh, please, no, don't do it. So I said, Tony told him not to do it. He was like, man, Tony told him not to do it. I said, damn, mistake number one. If I wasn't a web trapped up in some maniac, fruity, crazy activities like that, you know what I would have said? Yeah, go hurt him, nigga. I would have called his bluff. Yeah, man, go kill that nigga. You nuts? No, he did what the predator wanted. He said, don't do it. Man, it's my word. So look, we come out. Everybody's moving around. We go to breakfast. We come back. You know what I mean? The dude that he's beefing with, he go talk to Hollywood. He's talking to Hollywood now. They back by the window. They having a one-on-one conversation. It kind of looks like Hollywood is getting aggressive with him. But I know they running an old head spin move game, the triangle game. This is what they're doing. They boxing Tony in, man. They're boxing him in slowly. They're back there talking. Tony don't even want to play pinochle. He's standing over there by the steps with the white boy, and he's just looking scared to death in the face. I felt so bad for bro. He was looking scared as hell. I'm telling you, his face was looking like he was standing there in the corner. That nigga was not even blinking, man, because maybe what was going through his mind is he knew it. This might have been a play. He might have knew he got trapped up with that basketball court shit, and this could be a play the whole time. So look, Hollywood, boom. They call Hollywood for medical. Hollywood was a diabetic as well, man. So boom, Hollywood used to go to medical a lot. He always was on the boulevard. This back when we couldn't even move like that. He just was always out. So he dipped. When he dipped, the old head dude put up on him. He said, man, let me talk to you. So now he up on Tony. He tell the white boy, watch out. The white boy leave. He like, look. So I'm standing by the phones. Me and my homeboy, we standing right there. We see the old head across the pod talking. The other predator, he's talking to Tony. And he's talking to you, can see the conversation. And you just see him, he like, man, you come back here. So Tony finally just gave in and went back there. He went in the back. This time he went back there with the old head. When he back there with the old head, all you see is old head like he just snapping on it, like he talking like that. I don't give a fuck. Like he was in, he put his whole, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Y'all don't know. And he's telling Tony what he's telling him, man. Boom, Tony leave out. Man, this is my word. Hollywood come back. Hollywood come back in the pod. Tony pulled up on Hollywood. I was like, the triangle, y'all. Phil Jackson. It's working. The triangle offense is working. Do y'all see how it's working? So look, boom. Hollywood come back. Tony pull up on him. Tony's talking to him. I don't know what they talking about, man. All I know is the play is working. I'm like, this shit is sick. I'm a young boy witnessing this shit. I'm like, this is some of the sickest shit ever. I'm like, this is crazy, man. So boom, he hollering at Hollywood. I'm like, the hell? Now it's lockdown time. I see him go to Hollywood's cell. He talking to Hollywood. Boom, he leave. He go to his cell. Old head dude was just watching him the whole time in the pod. He way in the back, way back, by the back door down there, just watching everything with his foot on the wall. Just watching the whole thing. I'm like, shit crazy as hell. So look, we come back out. When we come back out, y'all, my homeboy was like, man, you ain't gonna believe this shit, bro. I was like, what? He was like, man, he went back and he told my uncle, man, that the old head dude said, when we go to commissary, he need his whole bag. We was about to go to commissary like 3 days later. He was like, when we go to commissary, I need your whole bag. If you gonna live in here, I need your whole goddamn bag. Ain't no way in the world. He said, he told him, ain't no damn way in the world a young boy gonna talk to me like that, like you talk to me on the court. Like, if we ain't gonna go to war, I need your whole commissary bag. So I'm like, what? So he said when he told his uncle that, he said his uncle say, he whipped the hammer out, was like, yo, I'm about to go. And he said, man, Tony stopped him again. He said he stopped him. He said he stopped him. He said, I was about to come in the cell. He said, when I come in the cell, Unc was like, yo, hold on, nephew. Hold on, nephew. So he said he just stood back by the door, like he was holding the door down. He said, man, pause. He said, man, Unc told him, if you don't want me to kill this man, if you don't want me to handle this business, man, what do you want me to do? He said, man, look, man, can you get him off my ass, man? Pause. Look what he's saying. Man, he said, Unc said, I'll do that, man, but you gotta do something for me. And he said, Tony was like, what? He said, man, you gotta give me a hand job. I was like, Unc told him that shit. He was like, man, he told him, man, he gotta give him a hand job. I said, what Tony say? He said, man, Tony was like, nah, man, I ain't gay, man. No, sir, I ain't doing that. He said, man, listen, if you want, this is what you gonna do? Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. What's going on? Like, what you gonna do? He said, man, Tony said, all right, man, I got you before we lock down. I was like, what? I was like, man, get the hell out of here, man. Boom. You see Hollywood come out. When I look, as he's telling me this, I look, Hollywood and the old head dude is having another one-on-one conversation. They're having another one-on-one conversation. Next thing you know, the old head dude, he's talking to Tony. Like, damn, the triangle. I'm like, this is crazy, man. What? This is crazy as shit. So look, boom. After he finished talking to the old head, you see Tony say, man, he dapped him up. I was like, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm sorry to be so dramatic with this, man, but this is one of the craziest things I witnessed at a young age when I first got into the penitentiary. This was some crazy predator activity, man. It was nuts, man. I couldn't believe I was witnessing this shit from my homeboy uncle, man. So look, they beef is squash. Tony go in there. He ducked off one of them cell breaks. I don't know which one. I looked up one of them cell breaks. Hollywood cut was up on the door. I didn't even wait to look around to see if he snuck out. I knew it was Hollywood in there. I knew Hollywood was in there, man. So look, I'm like, man, this is crazy right here, man. Tony, man, can't believe this, man. Like, man, he done went in there. They done ran the triangle offense on this man, and he done made the man give him a hand job just for protection. I'm like, yo, this is wild activity. This is wild activity. So look, boom, I'm waiting to talk to my homeboy. You know what I mean? I'm waiting to see what he gonna say. Cause he got so much to say every time he come out this joint. And for real, he kind of thought it was like it was nothing. He used to treat it like it was slightly funny. And like I say, who was I to be like, hey bro, you a whack ass nigga for feeling like, for real, I should have, if I was more mature back then, I would have said that. But me, I'm just trying to protect myself at this time. Like, I'm trying to make sure I'm straight. I don't got time to be protecting me and trying to make sure he's moving right. What I learned in prison when I first got there, it's a million different maniac personalities. And I can't seize, I can't fix everybody. I can't. And I wasn't trying to back then either. So all I'm doing is just sitting back, and I'm just making sure I'm adding to the predator notes that I already had about these, how predators move. I didn't know they run triangle offense though. I was like, man, this shit is crazy, man. I was like, this is nuts, man. So boom, we come out again. My homeboy pull up on me, he like, yo, bro. He was like, man, crazy as hell, man. I'm like, what? He was like, man, dude was in the cell. I was like, what? I'm pretty sure he was, bro. He didn't get murdered by the old head dude, so something had to happen. He said, man, shh. He said, man, Unc was back there. He said, man, Unc, when I came in the cell, man, Unc was laying down on the bed, wiggling his damn toes, man. I said, wiggling his toes? He said, man, Unc was in a good-ass mood, man. Unc was like, I got him. He said, as soon as the doors locked, he said, Unc told him, I got him. Told you, nephew, I got his ass. I got his ass. I was like, shh. This is crazy, man. So boom, come back out. Now we're out and we're moving around, and I'm just trying to just see how crazy, or just like how do Tony look like after this situation. And I'm trying to read him, but I couldn't read him because you know where he's at? He's at the pinochle table. He's at the pinochle table. It's like he's trying to block out the madness that he just went through. And this stuff happens in prison, y'all. This is stuff that happens. There's always going to be predators. They're never going to die. They're in there, I'm telling you. So he's trying to block out the trauma, the craziness that he just had to go through, man. He's trying to block it out. Like I told y'all, it was nobody from no city that I knew that was at his side, giving him game, trying to school him. He had none of these things. He came in there and he used to hang with the white boys. And that was it, man. And that's what he used to do. So now, boom, once you do the deed once, a predator's definitely going to want it again. He's definitely going to want it again. So look, I keep seeing the cut go up in Hollywood cell. I look over at the pinochle table. Tony's nowhere to be found. So I'm like, damn, he must be in there again. So I'm going to wait to after count for bro. I know bro going to come give me the report. So boom, we come back out. Bro said, man, he was like, yo, man. He was like, yo, I think Unc might be going to the hole, bro. I was like, going to the hole? I was like, I said, for what? He was like, man, Unc told me, man. He said when Tony was in here, he said, when Tony was giving him another hand job, pause. He said he told Tony to kiss it. And he said, Tony told him he didn't want to do it. He said, man, Tony tried to go out, try to get the door open, man. He said when Tony ran to the door, man, he said he just knocked Tony in the back of his damn head. And he said, man, he had Tony ass on that damn bed, man. He said he took it. I said, man, what? He said, man, he took it, man. But as he's telling me this, Tony walks by. And I had no choice but to look. And when I looked, I seen Tony walking like this. It's like his left foot wouldn't move. And I'm like, so I'm listening to him. He like, yeah, bro. I was like, so why you say, oh, going to the hole? What you think he about to go tell it? He was like, he might, bro. You know what I mean? I said, well, don't say. He was like, man, don't say he don't give a fuck, bro. I was like, damn, man. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, this is some crazy stuff right here, man. This is crazy material right here. Boom. Tony doesn't tell. Tony doesn't tell nobody. He doesn't tell nobody. Like 3-4 days go by. I look up. The cut's up again. Shh. I'm on the phone. The cell. Hollywood slept in cell 6. Right there. His cell is right directly in front of my face. And I'm on the phone. And I look up. And I see the old head dude squeezing out the cell. The one he ran the triangle offense with. 2 seconds later, I see Tony sliding out the cell. Next thing you know, I see Hollywood sliding out the cell. First thing I do is look at my homeboy. He back there like he ain't paying it no mind. He getting a train, somebody getting a train ran on their ass in his cell. I said, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy right here. This is crazy right here, man. My homeboy, I'm like, yo, for real. I'm having like now, after seeing that, that was scary right there because I see everything worked. Even the old head dude that was about to kill him is getting a taste. Pause. He's rocking. Man, I couldn't believe this shit, man. I look up at Tony. Tony's not playing pinochle. Tony's not doing nothing, man. Tony just looked like a scared boy now. You know what I mean? Pause, man. He looked like a really scared homosexual young boy, man. He looked like he didn't want to like it, but he was forced to like it, and he had to enjoy it out of force. The Predators ran a mean play on him, man. Did y'all hear that? Man, this is, I didn't know what to do, y'all. I told like my homeboy, he started coming out and I started doing other things, man. I ended up getting in a spade game with my other dude that was from Richmond. Me and him used to play, partner up together to play spades, and that used to take my attention away from that madness. I didn't want to hear nothing else, y'all hear me? I didn't want to hear nothing else about this dude, Tony, and these freaking Predators, man. That shit was just scaring me. I didn't want to go through it no more. So look, I'll say like a month later, this went on for, it ain't going long. This probably was like 2.5 months worth of work, 3 months at the most. But I'll say like a month later, y'all, boom, out of nowhere, you just see the COs going to Tony's cell. He slept upstairs, like at 38 or somewhere like that. See the COs, one day we was just locked down for count. And then I'm thinking everybody's locking down. Everybody's locked down. But when I look up, dudes at the police noise, everybody look, I go to the door, I look. See the police coming in the pod, like 3 of them. Then they go upstairs, then they go to Tony's cell. Boom, open up 38. They open up that joke. They open it up, they go in there. You see them talking to his roommate. They talking to the old dude, another old dude. But I don't think that old dude was in no mess like what the Predators went into. So they're in there talking to him. Next thing you know, you just see his roommate just passing him Tony's stuff. Tony didn't have a lot of stuff, so don't want nothing but a box and a laundry bag. Boom, he had him stuff. Man, they took the stuff out, man. They took him out. Niggas was like, yo, everybody on the door like, yo, Tony went to, damn. I was like, man, this is my word. I hear goddamn Hollywood downstairs say, no! His homeboy at the door, like, they laughing. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, these Predators are freaking crazy, man. So look, he go to the hole. Man, I'll say like 3 days later, next thing you know, the lieutenant called Hollywood to the office, and the lieutenant office used to be the watch commander office. They called him to the joint. Boom, he went out there. They called his name one mysterious time. Not a time dudes would dip out. They call him, say, watch commander, go to the watch commander office. He go to the watch commander office. Hollywood never returned. Next thing you know, they called the old head dude. He go to the watch commander office. He never returned. Man, I look up. Police coming in our pod again. They come in there And they told my homeboy to pack up his uncle's shit, man. And he packed this shit up, man. So I'm assuming that, whatchamacallit, the dude Tony, man, ended up telling the police, man, or telling his family, or he told some damn body that they ran the triangle offense on his ass. He told somebody, man. He told somebody. They packed up Hollywood old Predator. I was happy. I was like, yes, man, get this dude out of here, man. He was the first Predator I encountered, man. This shit was nuts, man. This was nuts right here, y'all. And they packed him up, man. I'll say, like, as time went on, probably like another month of them being in the hole. Nobody never knew what their charge was. Hollywood never got out the hole. The old head never got out the hole. Tony never emerged. Man, it was a cool CO in there that used to work our building, and he was dumb cool. He was a white dude, man. He was dumb cool. I want to say his name was Holden or something like that, man. And he came back and told everybody, man, that the dude, Tony, that used to be in our pod, man, tried to commit suicide. I was like, what? He was like, man, you're not going to believe this, man. I was like, wait, I got here. He tried to commit suicide. I was like, you can't hang yourself. It's hard to hang yourself. You can put the joint on to hang yourself. Man, he said, man, the man was handcuffed coming from the shower, because when you come from the shower, when you're in the hole, they handcuff you in the shower and you have to walk to your cell handcuffed. Then they handcuff you once you're in the cell. Man, they say he was coming from the shower and he was on the top tier, and said the man jumped over the... Man, he said a man jumped over the tier, man. He said he said the white dude holder said they all had to run over there. He said they get over there, man. The man's spine was damn near broke. His head was busted, but he survived. And Tony tried to kill his goddamn self, man, behind all that madness, man. Behind them people running the triangle offense on him, man. Man, prison is crazy, y'all. And that's the end of the story, man. But like I tell y'all, man, I have to warn y'all. I have to give y'all these to warn y'all. This shit's scary in there, man. Y'all see how they ran the play? The basketball, the move, the trick him like he was, I'm gonna protect you. Do you see the play they ran on him, man? Prison is that scary, man. Prison is that scary. Y'all think y'all, I'm telling you, man, a lot of you dudes that's out there that just know how to shoot guns, that just grew up how to shoot guns. If you don't know how to protect yourself, man, you better watch your ass for predators if you ever go to prison. You don't want to go there, man. So just stay out the way. That's it, man. Just stay your ass out the way. And y'all don't never have to worry about these people I'm talking about, man. Because they are in there waiting on new people. New people to come in. You know what you're going to be? Fresh fish. That's what you're going to be when you come in there, man. So don't ever go in there. Stay your ass on the street. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy your family. Enjoy all the nice things of life can give you out here, man. Because in there you don't have shit. You watching predator activities, man. That's it. If you don't be the prey, you might be the predator. Real talk, man. So don't go, man. Don't go to prison. I'm telling y'all, do not go. Do not go. Please stay y'all ass out the way. That's all I'm going to tell y'all, man. But y'all know the count, man. The weekend banger game, man. The weekend banger, man. Let's go, man. Y'all turn me up. Y'all turn me up this weekend, man. Turn this video up. Let's get it, man. Send it to people who ain't got it. That's all I ask, man. We have to share it. That's how the message is going to get out, man. So let's keep going. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's what we're going to do, man. Listen, man, I love y'all to death, man. I appreciate everybody who give me love, man. Make sure y'all stay out the way this weekend, man, and have a great weekend and don't get in no trouble, man. And with that being said, y'all already know what it is, man. Stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open